Hi, welcome. I'm Rich Zbylut, president of TDWI, and we're here in Chicago at the TDWI World Conference. I'm speaking with Philip Russom, our director of research at TDWI, and we're here to talk about Agile BI. Philip, Agile BI is all the buzz these days, and as you know, many organizations are looking at Agile techniques to improve the speed that they deliver reports to the business. Can you tell us a little bit about how data integration plays a role in Agile BI?
Oh yeah, sure, I'd be happy to. First of all, business intelligence and data warehousing include a lot of different skills and tasks, and some of these adapt to Agile methods better than others do. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. For example, report design and creation is one of the most agile tasks we have in our field, whereas data integration is one of the least agile tasks. So data integration is particularly a challenge to speed it up and make it more agile. And so, another issue is that the agility of one skill can drag down the other ones. It really can, because quite often we sort of string together a variety of tasks when we're designing reports and then building warehouse structures for the data that go into them, and then we back off of that and create data integration. So the agility of all these things are related because they're quite often done in tandem. So, for example, people tend to be very agile and very quickly and iterative, create lots of new reports, and yet when it comes to populating them with data through data integration, that can kind of slow down the whole process. So they're all interrelated, and they all have different skills in terms of speeding them up.
Wow, that sounds like quite a challenge. So how do you deliver Agile BI in data integration?
Yeah, so specifically for data integration, there are some methods that one can apply to making it more agile. So one method that some user organizations have been picking up recently is to assign special users. These are usually people trained as a business analyst or as a data steward to be a data integration designer and yet not do the actual technical development work. And so these analysts and stewards, they tend to be kind of hybrid people. They're a mix of business and technology, kind of put the two together. And so they know enough of both of those to know what the business requirements are, as well as to know what the data requirements are. And just knowing that in one person can really speed up a lot of stuff when you think about the situation where you don't have that. And in the other situation, you'd have business and technology people having to spend a lot of time communicating, trying to figure out, what are the business requirements, and then wait for somebody else to respond with, what are the data requirements, and then further, what are the data specifics, and what are the specifics of developing a data integration technology platform. So we're seeing more business analysts and stewards come in and actually pull all that information together, and that actually makes data integration more agile because it simply takes out a lot of the waiting stages and a lot of the communication stages.
Well, Philip, tell us what can we learn about vendor tools to help in the data integration challenges?
Yeah, that's a great question because the tools themselves can help speed up data integration development, help make the development more productive, and also just speed up a lot of the communication aspects that pull down the agility of data integration. And so if you think about, so for instance, if you think about things like finding the data for reports and that sort of thing, then a lot of it can be done with newer features today where you have things like a business glossary. A lot of metadata management tools have been beefed up to help people more quickly find data on a self-service basis. It's funny, we talk about self-service BI a lot, where people are creating their own reports, and yet there's a similar trend in data integration towards self-service data integration. So it does take a special tool for that, right? It's kind of like self-service BI for report creation. It takes a special tool to enable self-service. Likewise, we're seeing special tools today for self-service data integration.
Can you speak a little bit about developer productivity?
Yeah, it's funny, the field of data integration is changing quite a bit because there's simply more data integration specialists out there, and that's because there's more data integration work. So developer productivity for data integration is in a lot of ways contingent on team structures nowadays. And so we're starting to see companies have, instead of 2 or 3 data integration specialists like they used to have, now they have a full-blown data integration development team. When you get up to 5 or 6, and especially a lot of companies nowadays have 10 or more, I have survey data showing that the average is really more about 13 or 14 data integration specialists per company. So when you get up to that point, you can have data integration specialists who have a specialization within the specialty. And so you can break it down the way you would break down a traditional development team. So you have people who are architects, and they kind of own things like development standards that all the developers on the team will follow. They have the vision for what are the preferred interfaces we're going to use, what are preferred designs, and then and they'll also be kind of managers over the team. And then you'll have other people who will do things like specialize in figuring out business requirements as opposed to technology. And so they'll be the people who are kind of the liaison with the business, similar to those analysts and data stewards I mentioned earlier. And then quite often they will also create specifications for a particular data integration solution. Things like ETL jobs or routines for developing specialized interfaces to data sources, special load routines. So you'll have people developing those specifications, and then you have people who basically sit down and do the work. They're the hardcore developers who actually will code the solutions. And then, like any good development team, you'll have people who specialize in deployment and maintenance once it's in the field, out there and running, as well as people who specialize in test. So, so for a lot of people, I know it sounds like a lot of overhead of people communicating with each other, and communication tends to be a problem for agility. But once you can break these solutions down into smaller tasks, for a lot of organizations, a more traditional approach will actually help them be more productive with data integration.
Well, Philip, thank you for the summary on agility in data integration. I might mention that, in fact, Philip has recorded a recent webinar on the topic that's available on the TDWI website. And, of course, we'll be discussing Agile BI subjects at our Executive Summit in August in San Diego. Thank you very much, and we'll see you in San Diego.
Yeah, it's been my pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.